Breaking, good morning. Today we visit one of the most saddest events the world has ever seen. We will talk about one of the Jewish death camps. Actually, Chelmno, which is one of the very first Jewish extermination camps. Here are some images of what Chelmno looks like today. It is in Poland, western Poland. As you can see from these pictures here, it looks very beautiful. And in fact, it is very beautiful. However, there is a sad and depressing backstory to Chelmno. As I mentioned before, Chelmno is in Poland, kind of a west-north Poland area. Chelmno is the very first extermination camp, first established in 1939 after the invasion of Poland. Around 150,000 to 200,000 known people were killed. However, there are reports that it could be upwards of 500,000. Right here, as you can see, here is the image of compared to other known camps like Treblinka and Auschwitz. It's very kind of out there. It's very isolated town. This is a image of what Chelmno would look like in the 1930s, 1940s. And Chelmno is located 30 miles north of Lodz, near a small village called Chelmno nad Nermierem, formerly which, like I said again, is in Poland. Sorry, this is just super sad to talk about. So here is some images of actual images of Chelmno, people arriving at Chelmno. From mid-January 1942, many people were carried into freight trains, as you can see in here, to be exterminated by the SS, or Nazi regime as well. Most people came from the local town of Chelmno, which housed many Jews. However, they most came from Germany, Austria, Bohemia, Moravia, and Luxembourg, and as well as there are reports of being 5,000 Roma, or what you can be called known as gypsies from Austria, which were transported to Chelmno. After annihilation, residing in Worthland district, which is meaning for the Lodz ghetto, they started to exterminate more people and bring them in from different sides. This image here is known as the castle. This is the place where the Jewish prisoners and people who were going to be killed were staying. It's a very small, I'll show you a picture later, very small enclosement where people, so they barely did anything. If they did anything, it was to help the Jews, and they would just funnel their way to gas. Daily life prisoners, like I said, there wasn't too much for them to do. It really was one of the stops toward Auschwitz towards the end of the war. However, there were a select group of people called the Sonderkommando, which was a group of around 50 to 60 strong men, who would unload bodies from the bodies that would be gassed. How they were killed? They were killed from a portable gas truck. Yes, they were killed from a portable gas truck. They would be stuffed inside the truck and then killed from the back. And once they got to the Waldlager, which is the forest camp, this is where they were killed, and the bodies were brought out and dumped. They were dumped by Kibalabi, or cyan gas, as well as just carbon dioxide from how the pipes were engineered. Here are some images of what the modern buildings look like As you can see, it's very simple. They would load them up here and then just go. This is a manor house where most troops would live. This is what the prisoner had to live in. As well as here are some images of the modern Chelmno. Someone has had a residence here. However, there's a monument which words of commemorating people that died, as well as one here. This man right here is the only and last survivor, one of 7 ever recorded. Only 7 men made it out of Chelmno, the very first and last, most disturbing instance, disturbing in history to ever occur. This is the story of Chelmno, the saddest story of them all.